Welcome, Cancer. This is your Cancer November 2020 tarot reading and forecast. It's great to see the subscribers back again. Lots of love to you. I appreciate you stopping by again. It's always good to see you. Do you know, if you would like to have a personal clairvoyant reading with me, then just check out the information that's in the description box below. Now, this month for Cancer November 2020, I'm going to pull 5 cards. This deck is a Russian deck. It was painted by a guy, Yuri Shakov, back in the former Soviet Union, who died in the 80s. So it's got some age associated with it as well. He was a miniature artist, and these cards have been done in that form, so we shall have a good look at them. There's the 3 of coins. What's that? The Queen of Cups. What might that be? Justice. See what there is in store for you. 2 more. Okay. My beloved Cancer. Okay, you've obviously come out. This is the Falling Tower. I always think that's a good card, the Falling Tower. I think it's particularly good for you this month. And let's have a look at this one, the 6 of Cups. Whoa, fasten your seatbelt. Well, let's have a look at the really interesting artwork on these cards, shall we? Let them talk to me while I do the reading for you. Now, next month's reading will be published on the 11th of November at 2 p.m. US Eastern Time. Let's have a look at this Cancer card here, this Queen of Cups. She's almost the Queen of Thrones of the Sea. Full of love, this card, Cancer. Gemini also. Gemini might be important to you during this period, or even, in fact, another Cancer, but it's certainly got you all over it. Now, I think that this is the Queen of Love, in a sense. Do you know, love is one of the most misunderstood things in Earth. And what is love? Well, when love beckons to you, follow him, though his ways are hard and steep. And when his wings enfold you, yield to him, though the sword hidden among his feathery wings may wound you. And when he speaks to you, believe in him, though his voice may shatter your dreams as the north wind lays waste the gardens. And even as love crowns you, so shall he crucify you. Even as he is for your growth, so is he for your pruning. Even as he ascends to your height and caresses your tenderest branches that quiver in the sun, so shall he descend to your roots and shake them in their clinging to the earth. Now, this is a time when you are going to be very transparent, and that is to say that you are going to be affected by people who are around you and events that are around you. They are going to get inside of you, and you are going to reflect them in yourself. So it's very important during this period that you surround yourself with positive people, spruce up your home environment, make yourself feel better. And where things start to concern you, detach from them and let them blow like clouds across the sky. Now, as your mother always said, you are judged by the company you keep, and the effect of negative, harping, terrible people, narcissistic people. Do you have any narcissists in your life? They have a terrible effect on you, don't they? Well, this is a period where that effect is likely to be heightened, so avoid them if you can, at all costs. Let's see the 3 of Cups. There's 3 of Clubs. What might this be here? Hello, 3 of Clubs. Well, the Lord of established strength. This is about birth and creation, about manifestation. It is Sun, the Sun, in the second decan of Aries. Now, the Sun is also exalted in Aries, and so this placement is very favorable. And Aries enjoys a challenge, and Aries suns are happiest when their lives are moving forward and active. This speaks to me for you of your ideas crystallizing into form, the confirmation that you are on the right path. Now, for those in small business, I see here something of a business expansion starting to come about, and it's possible that a hobby that you have you might even be thinking about taking a hobby and turning it into a business. You now have the direction that you need to apply yourself in order to be the best and to be of service to the world. This is about looking inside and outside with integrity, honesty, and no compromise. I do actually think it might also be worthwhile just checking the integrity of somebody else, and I think that somebody else might be an Aries person. Now, it is important for you to operate from a place of integrity before making decisions at the moment, and to have clarity of mind and heart before action in order to bring about the best results. And unless you have that clarity, don't act. But if you do, now is the time to act. Pay attention to your own point and internal stillness. Center yourself and overcome. Are there any reasons for you to harbor self-doubt? Do you let doubt cloud your virtues? Do you let them hold you from putting them forward? If you are not centered and feel doubts lingering within, then do away with them. Because say to yourself, I have the power and the virtue to reflect, to know, and to succeed. Well, where shall we go from here? Let's have a look and see what there is. Okay, let's have a look at her, I think. The daughter of the Lords of Truth, the ruler of balance, that other people may know as justice. Well, this for me is Venus ruling Libra with Saturn exalted. And Libra emphasizes that the energy of this card is about balance and equilibrium. It's almost about a karmic bringing forward and backwards. It's about reaping in. It's about bringing in karmic reward. It's about bringing a situation back into balance. I think what there is in store for you here is justice, balance, maybe adjusting yourself in some way, a suspension of action pending decision, and objectively standing back to look at something. Now, sometimes you can see things like lawsuits or marriages, contracts in place here. But this is also about the balancing of opposites. Even if I wander from you, you are there. Your pleasure ever leads me into the depths of you. Your chastening hand is the caress of reclaiming me. I walk through the alley of hell, in the byways of my deeds, and the stifling heat is the clasp of your embrace, of the holding me tight unto you. I think this is about taking stock of your life at this time to see what is useful and what should be let go, thinking clearly about what lies ahead of you, and be aware that all actions have consequences, getting a clear vision of possibilities and the choices ahead of you, and applying your insights so far to lead a balanced life. Now, I think it's important also that you pay attention to what situations in your daily life tend to throw you off balance. Discover the conditions under which you find harmony again, and carry this quality with you more and more as you move through your daily activities. What helps you to reach your meditative center and to stay there? And what happens when you lose your center? I think that this can represent a period where you cut through all the dross and get to the heart of the matter. I've got a feeling here also that people are going to see you as being a leader here. Yeah, a leader. So there's a great leadership ability connected with this card for you. Say to yourself, I am balanced and centered. I honor my word. I value being truthful in difficult situations. The abundance and beauty of nature is a reflection of my own nature. I am at rest in my own center. Now, where does this take us then? It takes us to, well, here's another major arcana, so let's have a look at it. Gee, it's a big finish coming up here by the look of it, but I won't get to that yet, but it's particularly good. Now, let's have a look at this card here. Well, the Lord of the hosts of the mighty, the Tower. Mars here, the warrior planet, in full attack mode to destroy the Tower. I think there is something of a far-reaching inner transformation. There's some healing coming your way. And there is the old is being pushed aside or destroyed to make room for the new. There's something of a spiritual renewal, and perhaps even, I think, you coming about a greater degree of self-knowledge. There's a release. I think there's a release of stress from here. Almost, I think, the revelation of something that you've been thinking of. You just now get it. There's the breaking down of old forms and patterns, and in particular, now these people here, they can be seen to be falling from the Tower, but you know, I actually think they're escaping. They are escaping from the Tower. They're escaping from imprisonment and from confinement. And I think that this is the case with you, that you are now going to start to feel freer. You're going to start to feel more expansive. You're going to feel safer out there into the world. Because this is really, I think, about... he's come in here really as the restorer, the healer, the renovator, one who possesses strong healing and gifts and unusual capacities for regeneration and restoration. You might find that you have some gifts in the area of health, diagnosing your emotional and physical states. There's a deep need to constantly eliminate what is unnatural, false to fact, and not true to yourself. I think you'll be very good with structures and with ideas, building, design, decoration, and you'll understand people's personality traits very well, I think, here. Yeah. You'll have a great ability to look through things and get to the heart of the matter. Now, looking at it a bit closer again, I think what this is also talking about is a time perhaps of turmoil or destruction as you seek to understand how you could have been so mistaken about a situation or a person, and you've now got to come to terms with it. Emotions like anger, grief, depression, sleeping problems can affect you as, in a sense, maybe you could feel that, some sort of security in relation to that situation or person has been lost or badly shaken, and it feels as if maybe your comfortable world will never be the same again. This could be because of a relationship breakup or the loss of a career, or death of a loved one, or financial or health problems. But the important message is that with the destruction of the old comes the new, and you can eventually come to live in a far more meaningful and successful way, which makes you wiser. You're in the midst of, or about to enter into, quite an extremely transformative process. And whatever is destroyed or shaken within you serves to purify you and make room for something new, so allow it. Are you ready to view yourself and life with new eyes? And observe yourself in daily life. Situations may seem to repeat themselves, but you will not continue to repeat the old. You won't. No old limited restrictive behavior patterns anymore for you. Because everything that is going to happen to you during this period in your life is for the best. Well, that takes us then to the Lord of Pleasure, otherwise known as the Six of Cups. Now, this is the sun ruling. Where are you going to? Are you there? That's better. There is the sun ruling the second decan of Scorpio, 3rd to the 12th of November. But with this number 6 here, mystically, I also have an association with the sun. I also have an association with Krishna consciousness and with Christ consciousness. But the sun in number 6 and the sun ruling the second decan of Scorpio. So we have a double dose of the sun, as the sun rules both the number 6 and the card. And the double sun reveals what Scorpio wants to hide. So this is about pleasure, indulgence, sexual pleasure, excitement, family support, maybe even communication with ancestors. It's all about pleasure. It's a very sexual card, dealing with, I think, lust, enjoyment, pleasure in sexual relationships, a rich exchange of sexual and heart energy, and a period of emotional renewal here for you. But when I talk about the sexual aspect of it, the pleasure is a kind of pleasure which is completely harmonized. Now, the zodiacal sign governing the card for me, being Scorpio, well, pleasure here is rooted in its most convenient soil, isn't it? So this is a preeminently fertile card and really one of the best in the pack. Now, this is, as I say, a card which is very much, the emphasis is on sexuality, but not in an uncontrolled way. Now, I do think also that there could well be pleasure experienced after much hardship. And I think that you've been undergoing a period of, well, I'm looking at these cups here, and that looks like the brass tops of the cups. Now, brass is a metal associated with Venus, actually, which is about healing and restoration. So I think you will be going through a period of healing and of transformation. The emphasis here is on a relationship, which is going to be, if you're in an existing relationship, I think it's going to go particularly well. I think there'll be a reinvigoration of it. Or it's upon the desire to have a relationship. I think it's a relationship where you kind of want all or nothing, don't you? You want something which you can deeply feel. A relationship which is deep within you, deep within your heart, and which will improve both individuals, where the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Now, enjoy now all which life gives to you. This is the best way to express your gratitude. Are you holding on to old beliefs which prevent your enjoyment or pleasure? Are you? It's not uncommon, It's not uncommon. But it is derailing. Enjoy your own emotional wealth and share it with someone else. And say to yourself, I am now open to the partner with whom I can share the joys of love on all levels. What a fantastic spread. Well done, Cancer. That's the way it is for you this month. Well, I, for one, really enjoyed doing that reading, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed providing it to you. Now, until I see you next month, remember one thing, and one thing always, and it is this, that you are a legend, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.